Hello Scorpio, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Scorpio for the week of February 14th. Now Scorpio, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Scorpio, I just noticed it is 222 on the clock, but do keep in mind that I will never message you, so if you get a message from someone, that is not me, that's someone impersonating me. Please do not get scammed. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But let's go ahead and get right into this reading. We're going to be doing a Celtic cross spread. Now, if you watch my content regularly and you have not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. It really helps my channel grow in a big way. Same is true if this is just the first time that you are watching me. Scorpio, you are my last reading for the week, and I have to say, you might be the best reading I've had so far for this week ahead. Very, very nice energy that I am seeing here. So let me go ahead and take 3 cards to clarify as we go along. Then something new for this reading, I'm going to be taking a few oracle cards here at the start. I have already shuffled the deck, and we're going to put these oracle cards here. I think we'll also take this one. I think that looks good enough to me. All right. Energy on the bottom, you have the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is a really nice card to find. You actually have the King and Queen of Wands, so counterparts here showing up on your spread. But the King of Wands is the traditional entrepreneur in the tarot, and just realize that you can take on the energy of a king or a queen. It does not matter what gender you are. Just keep that in mind. There are no genders attached to the tarot cards. This is all about potentially being your own boss, having many skills, having many interests, talents, hobbies, passions, and knowing that you don't really need to stay in a dead-end job that is not supporting you, because you have the ability to go somewhere else. Like, that's the thing about the King of Wands. They will never be in a job that they don't like, because they are so skilled, so talented. They have so much to offer to bring to the table and offer to a team, that they can just go somewhere else, or they can start their own thing. And that's kind of what I like with the King of Wands. I think most out of like everything is that they have that confidence about them that allows them to do whatever they want in this lifetime, at least as it relates to work. Because remember that Wands is the suit of work, career, enterprise. So taking a look here, right away in the middle, in your current situation, you have the World. So this is a powerful card. This is the last of the major arcana in the tarot, meaning you have reached the top of the world. You've reached the top of the mountain, and you are now given some sort of major reward as a result of completing a cycle. This is all about cycles ending, new cycles beginning as well. With the World, it's a great idea. It's a great time to go into a period of self-reflection and ask yourself how the choices went that you made along the journey, because this is the end of the fool's journey right here, the World. So what choices did you make in this current cycle that you're completing, and what can you do to get yourself ready for the next cycle that's about to begin? Because there will be one that begins when you have this energy, especially as you have the Ace as well in your future here. And so definitely love what I'm seeing. For some of you, this could be the beginning stages of an enterprise or a job situation. Reason being is you do have this Emperor showing up in the problem position. Now the Emperor is a card that indicates big success, big energy, and the energy of like being a boss in your career, in your work life. And so it's typically a very good omen to find in a career business type of way. But the thing is, this Emperor is showing up in the problem position here. And so for you, what may be going on is you may have a boss that you do not jive with, or somebody in your like immediate circle, or someone relating to your career that you're just not working with here at this time. And for many of you, you may just decide, you know what, it's time for me to go on and move on to greener pastures and move on to something better in my life. I think maybe some of you are doing this. I also would say be careful about your routines here, okay? Because look, with the World card showing up in your current situation, you have had to have good routines in order to complete this World, this task of the World. And the Emperor can refer to your routines, to structures in your life. But again, in the problem position, I would say just if there's something that you know you need to work through, I would say maybe just be honest with yourself about that. Now, in the past, you have the Seven of Pentacles. So this is really nice. Seven of Pentacles indicates some sort of long-term investment potentially paying off, or some sort of long-term work coming to fruition here in your life. You can see this person has planted this tree a long time ago, and now the pentacles are more or less ready to be harvested. As you can see, they're holding this basket. They're thinking about taking the harvest now, as they look out to the future and asking themselves, do I take the harvest now and use this to go and do something else with my life, or do I allow this to grow a little bit more? And so for some of you here in the past, the good news is I feel like you do have a long-term investment that has treated you well, or has maybe a job, a long-term job that's treated you well. But I also feel like some of you have spent some time thinking like, can I go in a new place? Can I go in a new direction? Am I getting tired of this energy here, of this strict energy here? Do I need to embrace some inspiration in my life, which is one of the things that the King of Wands would and the Queen of Wands would do, is be an inspiration to others. And I feel like perhaps some of you are thinking about that pretty heavily here. Now, in the future, you have the Star. So I love this energy. This is one of my favorite cards in the tarot. The Star is all about your wish being granted. And it also says that, this is a necessary card because the card that comes before it is the Tower. And so the Star is healing and reprieve from the upheaval and the abrupt changes that the Tower brings. And so when you get this in the future, it really does say that all will be well here for you. If it is not already, it will be soon enough. This person, actually it's a genie here on this card, is sitting in healing waters of renewal. And so it's very nice if you've been looking to heal something in your life, but really it's about clarity as well, optimism, and being even in the starlight maybe for some of you here as well. And so I definitely like to see that for you, but the big thing is about some sort of wish coming true. And so very, very nice energy here for you in the future. Now, in your conscious awareness, on your thoughts or on your mind here, you have the Seven of Cups, or excuse me, the Ten of Cups rather, my apologies. The Ten of Cups is about some sort of like total feeling of joy, happiness, celebration present in your life. This is like almost having like a windfall of happy times, or a windfall of emotions coming in. This can signify really good family energy here as well. It's also a major card of abundance as far as I'm concerned, because having a healthy, solid emotional life, and maybe even family life for some people, is absolutely a form of abundance. Also, these people on the bench here own the home behind them. And so I do like to associate this card with real estate, especially as you have this long-term investment here in the past. Real estate is absolutely a long-term investment. So yeah, some of you here definitely, I think, are coming to the awareness that there's something right now that's feeling very good for you. And it's maybe around a completion here with the world in your current situation. Now, in your subconscious awareness, you have the Queen of Wands. Now, the subconscious here, this is maybe what's hidden, what you can't see, the unknown. It's also the way that you talk to yourself. Another card of confidence, okay? Really needing to be confident here with the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, which you have a big opportunity to do that, especially with the Sun as well in the future. Now, the Queen of Wands also tells you to be your most authentic self at this time. As you are authentic, the entire world is opened up to you. And in fact, the Queen of Wands is about major attraction in your life, attracting all of the opportunities that you could ever want, whether that's romance or career, by being authentic and by being passionate as well. And so for many of you here, you're bringing something big into fruition in your life. Now, in the future, in the staff, in the direction that you are headed, and in your current influence, the way that you are influencing the situation, you have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups talks about potentially really needing to have compassion for yourself at this time as you complete this cycle here, as you go through the end of one chapter and in the beginning of another. But the Queen of Cups can also say that perhaps This is one of the major cards of intuition, Scorpio, in the tarot. And so really tapping into that side of yourself. Queen of Cups might also say that at this time, there could be a trusted friend or ally who helps you see something in a new way. Maybe that is a therapist. It is a card of therapists or people in the helping professions, but it could just be a trusted friend or ally as well in your corner at this time. But I feel like it's something to do with intuition. Trust your gut if you're separating from a boss or a career here to get something new. I would really trust your gut, because in your external influence, you have this Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is about a major breakthrough. This says that there is clarity here on the horizon, especially as you have the Star as well. And so with the Ace of Swords, it's about maybe even breakthroughs and epiphanies. I also want to say with the Star, that can be synchronicities, right? It can be like recognizing that we all are kind of made of stardust, right? As you've heard that quote before. And it can just represent like oneness and synchronicities within the universe here. And you have this idea of the Ace of Swords as well, which could be epiphanies and breakthroughs. In the hopes and fears, you also have the Sun card. So you have the Sun and the Star, probably one of my favorite combinations, if not my favorite combination. Who doesn't want the Sun and the stars, right? And this card here is all about abundance, success, prosperity, victory. It's the best card to get in the tarot, the Sun, and it's the happiest card to get in the tarot. The Ten of Cups is probably the second happiest card. And so you have true happiness here, and you have the ability to make that happen for you. I think with the outcome here being the Page of Pentacles, I do feel like this might be around, a new opportunity or just a prospect in your life that you may want to take advantage of. I can't tell you what to do. I can only open the door for you. It is you who must walk in, with these tarot readings. But with this Page of Pentacles here, this says that your prospects are looking very good in the future, especially as you have the Star and the Sun. But I do feel like there's a prospect here available to you that will open up the Sun and the stars, right? So let's go ahead and start to clarify this situation even more. So these three cards, you have the, we did get the Seven of Cups. We have the Seven of Cups, the Chariot, and the Two of Wands. I said this card before without even knowing it was there. So you have, with the Seven of Cups and the Two of Wands, that is all about choices. This is like choices magnified, okay? You can see each one of these cup represents a different option or choice. And the Two of Wands, this person is at a fork in the road, a choice between two or more options here. The Chariot indicates self-discipline will bring a big victory in your life. And it is a card of victories, but it's also about overcoming obstacles in your life, but through self-discipline. And so I would say be careful of, first and foremost, be careful of taking on too much at this time with the Queen of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Two of Wands. Allow the chapter to complete here, because I do feel like there's a really good opportunity. I also think you have a myriad of prospects and opportunities available, but allow the current chapter to end. And what else do we have here? Okay, so in your oracle cards, can I get all four out? You have ask your angels, a year from now, recovery, and don't stop. So I don't know what is going on with the year from now card. It could have been that a cycle you started a year ago is now finally coming to completion here. I also feel like for some of you, if you've been nursing an injury or illness, with recovery, the Star, and the Ten of Cups, that looks very good, especially with the Chariot as well. Obviously not medical advice, but it does look good for that. And I think if some of you feel very strongly in your gut that it's time for you to move on from somebody here, I do think that that would be wise for you to do that. So then you have Heart Guardian, let yourself love and let yourself be loved, as well as Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. I love that Trader energy. You then also have Knight, be brave and honest, as well as Animal Guardian, trust your instincts. Trust your instincts. I've been saying trust your gut throughout this whole reading. You have some sort of choice to make clearly with the Seven of Cups, the Two of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. I think it's a good problem to have. I think you have like a sushi menu of a lot of good choices. And yeah, love this energy. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Take care, and I will see you in the next reading.